Welcome, language learners and sports survivors, to Slice of English, the podcast where you can master real American English by listening to real American conversations. I'm James, and I am very excited for today's episode.
And I'm Emma, and I'm very excited for a well-stocked snack table. Today, we're tackling the Everest of American parties, the Super Bowl.
That's right. Now, I was looking at the playbook for Sunday's game, and the complexity is just mind-blowing. Hundreds of plays, split-second decisions. It's a chess match at 100 miles per hour.
And I was looking at the party host's menu. The complexity was also mind-blowing. 7-layer dip, buffalo chicken dip, spinach and artichoke dip. I swear, I spent more time analyzing that menu than an actual football play lasts.
That's a fair point. An average play is only about 5 seconds long.
Exactly. 5 seconds of running around, followed by 30 seconds of commercials for chips I want to try. That's the real rhythm of the game. And that's what we're here for, to create your official Super Bowl survival guide.
First up, the rules for people who don't care about rules.
Okay, hit me with it, James. My number one question, the one that keeps me up at night. Why is a game where a man holds a ball and runs with it called football? The rest of the planet agrees. Football involves, your foot.
An excellent and very common question. The long, boring answer involves its origins from rugby and soccer. But the simple, fun answer is because hand egg didn't sound cool enough for television.
Hand egg. I love it. So from now on, we're discussing the rules of hand egg. What's the main goal, besides getting to the halftime show without spilling guacamole on your shirt?
Okay, it's actually super simple. You have two teams. One team, the offense, has the ball. Their only job is to get that pointy brown ball to the end of the field, called the end zone. The other team, the defense, has the job of stopping them with dramatic, movie-style tackles.
Okay, offense, defense. Got it.
The offense gets 4 chances, or downs, to move the ball 10 yards. If they succeed, they get a fresh set of 4 downs. It's like getting extra lives in a video game.
Ah, so that's what first down means when everyone screams and high fives.
Exactly. Now, if they get the ball all the way into the end zone, that's a touchdown, 6 points. And then they do a cool choreographed dance.
The dance is the most important part, I assume.
Of course. After the touchdown, they can kick the ball through the giant yellow fork in the sky for 1 extra point. If you understand that, you basically understand football. You really don't want to drop the ball when your friends ask you what happened.
Whoa. Stop right there. That sounds like one of our favorite things, an idiom.
It is. Welcome to Idiom Spotlight. To drop the ball literally means to drop the football during a play, which is a huge mistake.
Okay.
But in everyday English, it means to make a mistake or fail to do something important. Like if you were supposed to bring the chips and dip to the party and you forgot, you dropped the ball.
Forgetting the chips and dip is a tragedy far worse than fumbling a hand egg. Noted. Don't drop the ball. All right, now that we've covered the athletic portion of the day, let's move on to the real competition, the snack power rankings.
Finally! Okay, I'll go first. The number 1 undisputed champion of Super Bowl snacks, chicken wings. They're classic, they're easy to eat while you're yelling at the TV, and you can have a million different sauces.
Incorrect. Wrong. Disagree. The problem with wings is the mess. You need a mountain of napkins, you get sauce everywhere. My number 1 is the build your own nacho bar.
A nacho bar? That's chaos. People are crowding the table, someone's hogging the guacamole. It's a logistical nightmare.
It's an interactive experience. It allows for customization. It brings people together. A truly great nacho bar is a real game changer for any party.
Ooh, I see what you did there. Time for another idiom spotlight. A game changer. In sports, this is a play or a player that completely changes the likely outcome of the game.
Right, but in life, it's an idea, event, or product that significantly changes the current situation. The invention of the smartphone was a game changer for technology, and adding smoked brisket to the nacho bar, game changer.
Okay, I'll give you that one. A brisket nacho bar would be a game changer. It moves up in my rankings, but it's still below pizza. Pizza is reliable. It's the sturdy, dependable player on your team.
Pizza is boring. It's what you order on a Tuesday night when you're too tired to cook. This is the Super Bowl. We need excitement. We need tiny hot dogs wrapped in pastry.
Pigs in a blanket. A respectable choice. Very high on the power rankings.
Speaking of high-stress situations, you know what's more intense than the final 2 minutes of a close game? The bathroom line during the third quarter. Which brings us to our special sideline report.
Let's go to Abby, live on the scene.
Thank you, James. I'm standing here in what can only be described as the most anxious place in the house, the hallway bathroom queue. The tension is palpable. We just heard a massive roar from the living room. Was it a turnover? A huge touchdown? Nobody here knows. We're all just staring at the closed door, praying. Sir, what are your thoughts right now?
I made a terrible mistake. I thought I could make it back before the next play. I drank too much soda. I think I just missed the halftime show. Is that why they were cheering?
No, sir, that was a commercial about a talking dog. A truly devastating miscalculation on your part. This is the reality of game day, folks. It's a game of inches and a game of bladder control. Back to you, James.
A harrowing report. Now let's fast forward. The game is over. The dip has been demolished. You've survived. But now comes the final boss. Monday morning small talk at work or school.
The ultimate challenge. This is where you can really drop the ball.
Exactly. So we've prepared a how to fake it guide for you. Here are 3 foolproof phrases. Phrase 1. That was a wild game, huh? It's vague. It's perfect. It works whether the score was 45-3 or 2-0.
I love it. My turn. Phrase 2. I can't believe that one call the referee made. There is always a controversial call. No one needs to know which one you mean. They will just nod and agree.
That's a veteran move, and it prevents you from becoming a Monday morning quarterback.
And ding, 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 there's our final idiom. Tell us, Professor James, what is a Monday morning quarterback?
A Monday morning quarterback is someone who criticizes and says how they would have done something better after the fact. On Monday, after the game is over, it's easy to say, oh, the coach should have called this play, or the quarterback should have thrown the ball there.
Right, because they have zero pressure and all the information. So it's basically anyone who second guesses a decision after the outcome is already known.
Precisely. Nobody likes a Monday morning quarterback, so just stick to the script.
And if all else fails, phrase 3. The commercials were the best part. It's the universal escape hatch.
A classic for a reason. And with that, your survival guide is complete. You're ready to face the Super Bowl.
May your dip be cheesy, your halftime show be spectacular, and your Monday morning small talk be brief.
That's all the time we have for this episode of Slice of English. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to subscribe.